Hey guys, and welcome back to my lovely Friday, popping in here, giving some coaching or some inspiration. So thanks for joining me. If you are here watching, I hope you enjoy my kids' artwork in the background for you. They are rapidly filling up all of the wall space in my house with all of their drawings. So let me know if your kids do that too, but we're definitely running out of wall space. So enjoy for the day. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Friday. Let me know how your day is going. I always love to pop in anytime that I have something fun or helpful, inspirational, whatever, to help you guys along that health and fitness journey. So I started actually the other day, I'm super excited, I started doing the Precision Nutrition Level 1 certification. So I'm super excited that I will actually be an official certified nutrition coach, which is going to be super awesome. So I'll probably be sharing a lot of the stuff I'm learning on that to help you all. But one of the great things, I thought this was the funniest word that they used, which is a Hardaholic. And I wanted to share this today because it's a fun way of thinking about it. And it's something that I've talked about a lot of times before. I just really love the word Hardaholic. So it's basically where you convince yourself that something has to be really hard in order for it to be effective. You believe that if it's not hard enough, that you're not doing it right. So I know I'm a Hardaholic, and I know many of you guys are Hardaholics, because one of the things that I talk about a lot is trying to convince you guys that you don't have to work out quite so hard to get the results that you want, right? That healthy exercise does not have to be super intense, that healthy eating doesn't have to be super restrictive or super bland. Like, it doesn't have to be that hard to be healthy or to start making healthy changes. So let me know in the comments if you are a Hardaholic, if you, whether consciously or subconsciously, are believing that if it's not hard enough that you're not doing it right, or that it won't be effective. And I know I see this so often because it's easy to believe that, right? You want big changes, and so you think, well, I have to do something really big in order to make that change and to get the big results that I'm after. Totally makes sense, right? But with healthy living, with losing weight, with healthy diet and exercise and all of that, it's actually kind of counterintuitive, because what you're doing, you're not making these big changes in order to get fast results necessarily. At least that's not what I coach with my clients. You could go pick up any boot camp style program that's going to, help you drop weight fast, but then it doesn't do anything for you to actually maintain that long term. So if your goal is healthy living, like actually having a healthy lifestyle that you're going to be able to maintain your whole life, then you actually have to break away from that belief that it has to be hard, because if you're going to live it, ideally it should really adhere to what I like to call my 3E formula, which is it needs to be easy, it needs to be enjoyable, and it needs to be effective, right? And so we always think, oh, if it's going to be effective, it has to be hard, it has to be intense, it has to be big, right? And in fact, it's the other way around, right? Because when you start fixating on a really hard process or a really big change, suddenly you're not actually following those other two E's, which is enjoyable and easy, right? So then you're not actually going to be able to stick with that change long term. You're not going to get the results long term. That's where you get stuck on the yo-yo roller coaster again. So I want you to think about, if you are a Hardaholic, if this is kind of a conscious or a subconscious belief that might be standing in your way of making the long-term changes that you want. I would love to know if you're in that boat with me, because I have definitely done that too. I'm like a professional overcomplicator. If there's a tricky, challenging, overcomplicated way of doing something, I will find that way. But if that's been you as well, which it's really silly that I do that to myself, I overcomplicate everything, but then for my clients, I'm like, oh no, this is how we simplify everything. So yeah, of course I can't do it for myself. Why would I? So, But let me know in the comments if you are a Hardaholic, if you are a chronic overcomplicator, especially when it comes to health and fitness. Let me know if that is a conscious or a subconscious thing that's really holding you back. Are you always overcomplicating things, making it harder than it needs to be? Or do you have this belief that's kind of keeping you from taking those steps, right? Do you have that belief that if it's not hard, you're not doing it right, or you're not doing enough? And so does that then keep you from actually taking the actions that you need to take? So let me know where you're at with that. And then, of course, I love recognizing something that can be a problem for you, but let's talk real quick about how to fix that, because, identifying a problem is great, but let's move past that as fast as possible, right? So if this is an issue for you, I love, and I've talked about it probably ad nauseum at this point, but I love my 90 to 100% confidence scale, which is where you take whatever action you think you need to take and you simplify it until you're 90 to 100% confident that you can and will do it. So that helps you go ahead and start simplifying it to the point where you're able to take that action. You'll probably enjoy that action a lot more than you would if it's super hard. And then, of course, you're making it easier. And when you can consistently take that action, it actually becomes super effective. So then you're really sticking to the 3E formula that I like to use, that easy, effective, and enjoyable, right? And so a part of overcoming being a Hardaholic is recognizing it, like I said, and being able to start simplifying. But you also have to work on that belief, right? That belief that's making you a Hardaholic, that if it's not hard, you're not doing it right, or it's not going to be effective. And so you can tell yourself, and I encourage you to tell yourself and remind yourself each day that it doesn't have to be hard, but truly you're only going to start to believe that once you see the results of simplifying it. When you actually follow that 90 to 100% confidence scale, you take that action and you simplify it so you're 90 to 100% confident you can and will do it. And then you do that every single day or as often as you can, right? And then over the course of a week or two, you're going to look back and you're going to say, oh, wow, I've actually made so much more progress than I ever would have otherwise when I was making it way too hard, right? And once you've experienced that, then that belief, that Hardaholic belief, is going to start changing. But it really won't change until you start taking that step and simplifying it and watching the incredible results that can come from simplifying it. So let me know how that helps you today. Let me know if you're a Hardaholic. Let me know if that's been an obstacle for you. And let me know, because you're always more likely to follow through when you write it out. So let me know in the comments what you are going to do about your Hardaholicness, whatever you want to call it, right? What are you going to do about it starting today or starting this week? What are you going to do? What action are you going to take? How are you going to simplify whatever it is you're making harder than it has to be? So I hope that helps you. And then I hope you have a beautiful day and go have a great weekend, because happy Friday. Yay! All right, go have fun, guys. Have a great day.